Hello and welcome to the Galloping Gurus, your home for daily horse racing analysis, race previews and expert insights. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Or for even more in-depth analysis, join the Galloping Gurus membership club at gallopinggurus.com, where you'll receive our exclusive race analysis before the markets even open, giving you access to our thoughts ahead of the day's racing. It's all about getting that value, and if you get it the day before, then you'll certainly be getting exactly that. Ciao, ciao.
Hello, mate. How are you? All good?
Not too bad, you?
Yeah, all good, thanks, mate. Just been taking a little look through some of our stuff today, and, well, any thoughts on getting a bigger price for Wicklow at the start are kind of have floated out the window. I think it's 2-1 now and 15-8 in some places, which is rather
it's a mental price, isn't it?
Yeah, there's obviously been quite a lot of money for it, and it's a crying shame, really, because I was hoping I was going to get some at the on the exchange before the off, but seemingly not anymore. Our other one has been pulled out from Goodwood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was that there, and then the Manoussier horse has been well bet though, hasn't it? Tribal Chief. I mean, it was bet before. Obviously, ours got pulled out as well, so there's been a few quid for that, hasn't there?
Yeah.
And Nikovo, I think hopefully is still some sort of price. It certainly was a little while ago. 4-1.
Yeah, it's around 4-1, isn't it?
No, that ain't bad.
No, exactly, yeah. That's all right.
Yeah. So we might yet be able to have a play at something today, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, a lot of our others on the podcast as well have been quite well played. In particular, the Charlie Appleby horse that we mentioned that was well backed for a race at Ascot.
Yeah, Ascot, yeah. Yeah, the old Into the Light.
That's 5s into 15-8 now. So anybody who's listened to the podcast would have seen that we were interested in that. And there was another one that we mentioned yesterday that's been well played. Silver Lake that I mentioned in the last race is 15-8 into 11-10, so very well back there as well. I know you mentioned Spring Bloom in the 7 o'clock at Newmarket at 3 into 7-4.
Yeah.
That's been pretty well played. So
yeah, it doesn't surprise me, I must admit. Down in class.
Yeah, good record on the track. Butler in fine form.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right then. Well, that's today's kind of done and dusted, really. And tomorrow's. Yeesh, it's a minefield.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't got a zillion down that are really, really strong ones. But nevertheless, we go along and talk about them anyway. I haven't got anything to talk about until the 4:10 at Goodwood. I don't know if you had anything to talk about some of the better races there, or whether you had any interests prior to that.
Well, the old first race is our adversary, isn't it? Old Valedictory.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Managed to tip him up the two times this year. He's not won.
Well, and amazingly, when we stuck him up first time, Buick should have won on him. But the point there is that he was running off 84 in a class 4, and he's now off 95 in a 62,000 quid class 2 at Goodwood, and favourite for it. And I never forget, I said to somebody, I can't remember who it was, I said, it is typical, but it may have been you or Andy or someone, I said, we probably said it together, it's typical. That thing has got done twice, but you'll be seeing it in bigger and better races towards the middle to the end of the season. And sure enough, here it is. So we weren't wrong, were we? We just...
No.
It's just not
Wrong
our
time.
friend.
Yeah. Frustrating.
Very, yeah. So, yeah. Otherwise, anything else between them and the 410, or it's tough?
No, not really. I thought Opportunity had an okay chance in the second race. Second favourite around 5-2, 3-1.
Yeah,
William Haggis, improving 4-year-old, lightly raced.
yeah.
You got Al Azi as favourite, who could go in, but he's not one to be taken a short price about. 9 years old.
Yeah.
He's got the ability to win, but
Yeah.
he's it's whether he's in the right mood to do it. So little bit interesting there. In Opportunity. Yeah, not much else really.
No.
Obviously, the Stewards Cup is nigh on impossible.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's the last race, is it?
That's the 3:35.
3:35. Okay, yeah. Stewards Cup. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I didn't have anything in there, but 410. Just a couple of interests to talk about here. I remember Murphy talking about this Weird Gooses. It was an absolute certainty, wasn't it? Last time out at Ascot and finished stone last.
Well, the trip's the key with this horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
He for me, he does not stay a mile. That first run at Newmarket, he was better. Like, defeat was out of the question. Jason Hart rode him, booted on 2.5 out.
Yeah.
I almost looked to have the race won, and in the end, he's managed to finish 6th.
Yeah.
Dropped him back to the 7, won easily. Up to the mile again at Royal Ascot. Obviously, it's a hard race, but I was staggered he was so well bet over the mile there.
Yeah, came last.
Yeah. So, obviously, back down to the 7 again. I suspect even more money will come now he's been gelded and running in this race.
Yeah, it probably won't be my money. Well, not probably. It won't be my money. It's not. I don't think that he's obviously got a very good chance over the 7, like you say. But our friend who's on board isn't exactly piling me
Well,
full.
He's not banging in the winners, is he?
No, at the end of this, I think we'll have a little chat because I sent you a picture yesterday, didn't I? So we'll just have a touch on it a little bit because it's controversial. There's seemingly a lot of different opinions. Some people that have backed it, I should imagine, and some people that haven't, I'm sure. But ultimately, yeah, be just interesting to get your opinion on that, mate. Anyway, onwards with this one. Crest of Fire might have a little chance, and Ames for the. Oh, we're in the wrong race, are we?
What race are we doing? Are we doing the Weird Gooses race? Or?
We're doing the 410. Is this?
Yeah.
I'm on the. I'm on. I've got Saturday's stuff up, haven't I? Yeah, that's tomorrow. Here we go. Where are we? Yeah. Hang on a minute. What the hell's going on? This would be good for the old podcast, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. While you find that out, the Stewards Cup, the 3:35. Obviously, it is really tough. Make no mistake about that. But I was a tiny bit interested. I totally forgot in Dark 30.
Oh yeah,
Jason Hart, John and Sean Quinn horse. Only because they seem to do quite well in the sprints at Goodwood.
Yeah, they do, don't they? They don't bring them down for nothing.
No, and this one ran over at the Curragh last time off 97 and was second, due to go up in the weights, but runs off the same mark here. So he's got a few pounds in hand on what he should be running off.
Yeah.
Like I say, they do quite well in these sprints. Jason Hart, pretty solid. The horse, by and large, hasn't run a bad race this year. So about 14-1 could be of interest each way.
Yeah.
Because I think at the weights, I think he's got the most sort of pounds in hand sort of thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit interesting. Obviously impossible. Need a lot of luck, but
Probably be out front,
small
but he
chance.
normally goes off the front, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would have thought it'll be to the 4. Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yeah, interesting. Well, I'll tell you what, I hadn't written 520 above the other horses before the 410, so I was the 520 horses were all of a sudden running in the 410. So this is what happens when you have 12 race meetings in 2 days, and we've got to have the form for both of them. We're always about 48 hours ahead, aren't we, Max?
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
ultimately, you can imagine how many things are obviously written down in here. The other one I had written down in the 410, small interest, was Startled. I thought it ran a fair race behind our horse that we put up, actually, Catullus at Goodwood in second there. And also, I didn't think got the rub of the green at Chester last time out. It was on good to soft ground. Just a small interest in that race, but I think you're probably quite keen on Weird Gooses, are we? Or
Well, sort of. Yeah, sort of. I mean, he keeps being bet like he's a good horse, but he's not yet shown it. So I suspect the money will come again.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see this nearer 2-1 than the 7-2, because every time he runs, whatever price he opens up, they will back it. It seems so.
Yeah, I suspect Michael Owen tells all of his footballers that this is an absolute goer, and they all get jumping on there. I suspect it's probably quite a lot of them that all go and punt them, don't they?
Possibly, yeah, could well be.
So there we go. Okay, so I've got nothing for the 445. I'm sure you haven't, or have?
No, not really. Although Al Wathbar ran well at Newmarket first time behind Hefner, who ran in group race here earlier in the week. So the form's pretty solid there.
Yeah.
He's obviously favourite around 2-1, but could be quite a good race this. Aidan O'Brien sends one over, Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
He'll be relatively well fancied. And Joseph O'Brien sends one over. So, yeah, it could be quite a good race. Interesting to watch anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Certainly for the future.
Yeah, it could be a future group horse for sure coming out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okie dokie. Excellent stuff. Well, on to the 520, where I had already mentioned Crest of Fire, who was apparently running in the 410, but not anymore. Yeah, I mentioned, what did I say? I said about the Crest of Fire, good chance on form with Kiara Abu, who won yesterday despite everything going wrong for him pretty much yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah.
You obviously mentioned that on the podcast yesterday, that you thought it had a pretty good chance. I thought El Matador was also quite an interesting horse in here for the Rafe Beckett yard. I put good run at Newcastle behind Treble T last time out, finishing strongly. And the step back up in trip should help. Yard in good form now. And also, obviously, I have marked up these horses that were running on the 25th, 26th and 27th of June at Newcastle. It was virtually impossible to come from the back, wasn't it? And this basically was pretty much the only horse that was coming from the back there. And Max, you actually backed Treble T, didn't you?
Yeah. Quite good memories.
Yeah, good memories there for you. Exactly. Yeah, thought that had a bit of a chance. And Ames, 12-1, has run in some good Class 2 handicaps the last twice, and the yard are in good form. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a good showing from him with a strong pace forecast. It's one of them, really. I'd almost wouldn't have minded seeing him go out front, to be honest, because he does get the 12 furlongs, doesn't he, and runs over 11 regularly. Yeah, I thought it wasn't too bad a run in the last two runs, actually, behind Salal at Epsom and then behind Sporting Silvermine at Newmarket last time out, where they're that's James Owen's other horse, obviously, that went and won that. So I didn't think that form was stacking up too badly, as Al Ali won yesterday as well at Goodwood. So, yeah, just a few interests in there. I don't know if you had anything particularly interesting in there, mate.
Nah, not really. I'd be interested in Crest of Fire, but yeah.
Yep.
Obviously the price is short. It's around 9 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a terrible price, but yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, obviously nothing left there. We could go to Newmarket, where I have very, very little. The only race I was a small bit interested in was the 358. Other than that, I didn't really have anything. So unless you have, we would.
Again, not really telling you anything you wouldn't already know, but I did think the favourite in the first had a decent chance. Romantic Symphony.
Yeah.
Was sort of 2 from 2, ran in the Oaks trial at Newmarket. Sort of seemed all at sea, really. Then ran over in France last time. Good run. Collared relatively late on in a listed race, and month and a half since then.
Yeah.
Billy taking the ride. I'd be staggered if she doesn't run pretty well. Obviously, she's a relatively short price, but some of these are stepping up. These fillies, aren't they? Like Sunshine Star was beat in a handicap last time off a relatively lowly mark. I mean, Gone By, I think it won a silly sort of free runner race last time.
Yeah. Charles Bishop.
Yeah, I mean, not a usual jockey booking for the Beckett yard, and
definitely not.
I don't think they've gone for the top draw with that booking, but no.
I
mean, by and large, what you've got is like a lot of fillies rated between about 101 and 90.
Yeah.
Obviously, Romantic Symphony is one of them, but you'd expect her to
improve.
To most certainly, yeah. The dam stayed really well.
Yeah.
So, and improved as she was sort of older. So I'd expect Romantic Symphony to sort of end the season at least capable of winning a race like this, if not maybe a Group 3 or something. So I think she'll go well.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Thanks for that, Max. Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, so we go to the 358, where Billy Lochnan is riding 6-pack here. I thought that was interesting. Forecast to be the rank outsider of the field. However, that was on the all-weather and was beaten 97 lengths. I don't somehow think that is his form. So 2 runs on the all-weather, no places, no wins. But prior to that, won here over the mile 6. Absolutely bolted up, didn't it? And got £7 for it. But I just think that they found the key to this horse, you know, Max. I remember last May, I got an earwig for this. They basically, and I was there at Goodwood, and they said it couldn't get beat. And needless to say, got stuck into this thing because I did fancy it anyway. So it's always nice to hear that they fancy it as well. And it got chinned a nose. And strangely, after that, never really went very well, after that for the rest of the season, ended up getting put away. But this year, has won 3 times. I just think it's interesting that Billy's jumped on back on the turf, and obviously won over a mile 6 last time. I don't think the mile 4 will completely put it out. The other horse in the race for me was Arcoob. I thought travelled the last race, travelled really well into that Marnier race over the 14 furlongs. I know it's won over that. It has won here at Newmarket before. Just looked to be coming into a little bit of form after 3 starts there. And I thought had a little bit of interest. So they were my 2 interests in there. I know you've got a Prescott horse in there, but I wasn't exactly jumping up and down about that form too much.
No.
A 4-runner race at Lingfield probably wouldn't have me running for the hills. This is a much better race, and Reese Clutterbuck is. I nearly couldn't say his name then. Yeah. So that was my thought in there. I mean, I'm pretty aware that obviously Fallon and Haggis had got one in there as well, but I'm interested to see if the money came for this 6-pack. Billy booked seemingly going to be the rank outsider. I don't think it's the best of races in the world, do you? I can sort of chuck out a few of these, really. I don't think.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2. No, I
don't
don't think
Way
Greek
of Life.
Order will probably be winning.
No, I don't really like Way of Life in here. First Officer and Alexandra Egan. Well, it has ran well twice, but actually, I felt that Sorin Moldovano looked like she was probably a bit stronger than maybe she's improving. I didn't think she did too badly last time against Parisian Soldier, but once again, there was only 5 runners in there. I don't think this thing's improving. So yeah, I wasn't, and like I said, I didn't really like the form too much of the Prescott horse. I'm aware it can win, but it does have to improve. Obviously, Divine Knight would probably be some sort of danger. So I sort of came down on 2 horses that are potentially going to be prices, 15-2 and 12-1. That's, ultimately, if I'm looking for value, they'd be 2 that I came down on. Other than that, I don't know if you've got anything else to say about that race, mate?
No, nothing about that, no.
Okay. Anything else at Newmarket?
Well, just in the next race, obviously it's a little 4-runner race, which is quite competitive. But Food for Thought was narrowly beaten last time at Salisbury by Silver Lake. So I just thought it was interesting. If Silver Lake won today quite easily, it would be interesting, make Food for Thought quite interesting. Obviously, if Silver Lake gets trounced, then not so much. So just a bit of interest with one running today, really.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's definitely, because they were absolutely miles clear of Glorious, weren't they? And 9 lengths clear of the rest of the field. I mean, so yeah, that's interesting. And Silver Lake's been hammered today. So it would be.
It could be a really good run, or it could just be an average run. Hard to know until until today, really.
Yeah. Okie dokie. All right. Well, if there's nothing else there, I would nip to Doncaster, where I don't have anything again until the 450. I don't know if you've got anything prior to that.
I don't think so.
Okay. Unfortunately, it also seems that the old expert viewers picked this as well, but Moonhall Lass was the one that I was interested in here. James Owen, going quite well. Well, not quite well. He's 18 from 50, running at a 36% strike rate. I mean, you're getting that many winners from that many runners, you are in good form, aren't you?
Certainly.
Bolted up at Leicester, 2 starts back with Billy on, over the 7 furlongs. They then dropped him back to 6, which I just don't think suited him. I think everything was happening a little bit too suited her. Everything was going a little bit too fast in there. And then they've dropped her a pound, and now Christian's taking 3 off as well. I thought it looked quite interesting in this race, forecast to be 4-1. So yeah, and I thought obviously Get Up Everybody was the danger, but forecast to be 9-4. I thought the way James Owen and them are going at the moment, I thought that would, if it was 4-1, I wouldn't have said that was a horrible play.
No.
There's
Well,
not a lot.
if you tip up 3 James Owen horses, you'd be unlucky not to land on a winner, wouldn't you? With that strike rate.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, there you go.
I was struggling until you came up with that, mate.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I've got nothing else at Doncaster unless you have, mate.
No, I'll tell you what, there's just a little bit interesting, and this isn't one I sort of strongly fancy or anything like that, but this Ziggy's Condor of Adam Kirby's.
Yeah, with Who's that running at 6 o'clock, is it? Yeah, there it is,
Yeah. In the 6 o'clock. I mean, there was lots of money for this at Goodwood.
Was there?
The other day, 3 days ago. I think it was D'Souza, wasn't it? That was meant to be riding it.
Fell off.
And obviously it unseated coming out of the stalls.
Yeah.
On Betfair there was a bit of a move for this
just
before the Yeah. And so I thought, well, that's interesting. And then obviously it never got any further than the stalls, really.
No.
So, like, whilst it would be impossible to know how it's going to go here, having done that the other day, I thought it was interesting to watch. See
the money game.
Really. Yeah. If there was money for it, you'd fancy a good run from it.
You certainly would, because this is easier than that Goodwood race, that's for sure.
Well, certainly is, yeah. But I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a small sort of watching brief there, really.
Yeah, the money game for it would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, as promised, Tony's asked me to have a look through Hamilton. Needless to say, I struggled quite a lot until I got to the 8:30. I don't think you've got anything to tell then, or have you? Or
no, I didn't go too in depth into Hamilton, if I'm honest.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, in the 8:30, I've got that Muwafaq looks to be improving. It's a course and distance winner. Juice in the ground is fine. Fahy, though, form 1 from 45. I mean, that is...
So he's in form at the moment.
Bang in form, exactly. Yeah. So, seeing as he's forecast to be favourite, I think, personally, I would leave him because those stats frighten me. The one in here that was very smallly interesting, and I had to go very in depth to find anything interesting for this, is Intrusively. And basically I've said Intrusively is 1 from left field, and the yard also not exactly setting the turf alight, but he's well handicapped on the start of the season, having dropped from 85 to 75. This is his first time in the Class 5, and ran well at Newcastle on the 26th of June, when you could basically only win from the front. He actually made up quite a bit of ground from the back of the field to finish 4th, so you can mark that run up, and it was in a Class 4. His run at Nottingham in May, in 4th, of a mark of 80, wasn't bad in the context of this race where the top weight won off 87. Tom Eves is also booked, and Tom used to ride this when it was with Ed Bethel, and actually ran a very decent race there in October 2025 in a Class 3 on heavy ground behind Desperate Dan. And it wasn't a bad run either in July at Haydock in the Class 2 behind King's Lynn with Tom Eves as well. So I thought it was interesting that Tom was booked. He's a boom or bust, but at 16s, he might be worth a small chance on a slower surface that might suit, as he ran very well, like I say, on heavy ground there at Doncaster. So yeah, just a small interest there at hopefully potentially a big price. I am looking out for these horses that ran at any of the all-weather tracks, particularly Newcastle. They had the 3-day meeting there, didn't they? So I think dropped in grade into an easier race. There's not a massive amount in there that is scary. So it is one from left field. I get that. He ran over 10 furlongs last time. It wasn't great, but back to the 8 furlongs in a Class 5 could be a small interest. So that's what I've basically done.
You never know, do you?
No.
Reasons for thinking it could run okay, and a favourite you probably want to take on. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not some certainty, but if you can get 16 to 1 about it, you know, it could be worth a small chance. So there we go. That's that. Then went on to Thirsk. I don't know if you didn't have that for 9 o'clock.
Pardon?
Nothing for the 9 o'clock. Okay.
Thirsk?
No, yeah. I was just saying we didn't have anything for the 9 o'clock at Hamilton.
Yes.
I didn't have anything for the first race, but the 208, I had a couple of interests.
Yeah.
I've written here Jadal, 6 to 1 into 11 to 4, is improving and as a 3-year-old receiving weight for age, having won impressively at Chester last time out, is interesting, although ground very different tomorrow. Ashley Lewis off, Downing on, so £5 claim gone. So a couple of negatives there as well, but the one
What's the negative?
Well, I suppose Ash Lewis off £5 gone and Downing sat on it. I mean,
well, that's all right.
I wouldn't love Downing, but he wouldn't be my favourite. I don't think he's yours either, is he?
He's just missed out on my top 5 jockeys, I must admit.
The one that I'm interested in there is Mursky. Has a good record at Thirsk, 3 runs, 2 wins, back on his last winning mark, Tudhope on. I thought wasn't given a hard time at Sandown last time out, and unfortunately he has been very well bet. Prices are out, 14s into 13 to 2. So there we go. That was my interest. Those were my interests in that race. Did you think? I thought Jadal was relatively impressive that day at Chester.
Was it Masked Warrior back in third of Haggis's?
Yeah.
Yeah, and decent little run, wasn't it?
Yeah, but shame about the kind of turnaround there. But I do think Mursky probably could go quite well here. It's a shame that they've priced it up already, and the prices have been whittled away somewhat. But they're the 2 interests for me in there. I don't know if you've got anything.
Nah, not really. A couple of. It's quite a good race, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
please.
be interested in a few of them. Small interest in how Northern Express goes. Won over course and distance. Obviously, won a pretty good race last time at York.
Yep.
So he's in decent form, only up the 2.
Yep. Dobbs in good form.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't push you it out the way to go and back it, but I could see it running well, and I'd be interested to see how well it did run.
Yep.
But yeah, interesting race nonetheless. Like you say, Mursky they could just be aiming him at a nice pot like this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I did think that they probably were, because ultimately, with a good course record like he's got, he won nicely off this mark earlier on in the season. Got a funny feeling they have kind of teed him up for this, and yeah, the money's certainly come.
The good thing about a race like this at Thirsk, and I don't mind Thirsk, it's quite a good little track, but you're not going to bump into the really big trainers in a race like this here, are you? Whereas if it's Sandown or York or somewhere, you probably are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. So, yeah, they've certainly seemingly had a bit of a tilt at it. 3:17, I've got nothing in the 2:43. 3:17. I don't love this race. I can't deny that. But I did think Roto Cura Bell had a little bit of interest. Ran in a couple of decent enough races there. York, and so back in June came 7th there in the Class 2 there. Prior to that, she won with SDS on. And then actually I thought it was quite a good run last time out in the Class 4 there as well, which the top weight one, Ziggy's Triton, I thought did reasonably well to get within the distance that she did, finish 4th. So some sort of interest in there, but I'm not really jumping up and down about it. I know Mondamedge is one you quite like on all weather.
As it goes, I was going to mention him. Yeah, I think he's got a fair chance here.
Yeah, he certainly could.
I know he was only in a 4-runner race the last time, and ideally for Mondamedge, what he wants is a bigger field and more cover.
Yeah.
And quite obviously, in 4-runners, that's the opposite of exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
So he's off 74. He was second there, relatively close second, and there was a bit of money for the winner in the Glorious Goodwood handicap the other day.
Was there? Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure how well it ran, but I know there was money for it. The run at Doncaster wasn't too bad either. Again, smallish field, not really what he wants. And then his first run this year on turf was here at Thirsk. Didn't run very well, but that was his first run for like sort of 6 or 7 months. And at 9 years old, I strongly suspect he's going to need that first run.
Mm-hmm.
He can definitely win off 74. He's won on turf.
Yeah.
So there's no worries about that. And it was quite a good run the last day at Nottingham. And he's gone, I think that was 0 to 75, and I think he's up to a 0 to 80. But this 0 to 80 will be no problem for him at all. He's definitely capable. If they go a strong pace, he gets covering behind and can sort of travel into the race. He can go close.
Yeah.
I mean, he's by no means one to rely on and have the mortgage on. That is for sure.
No, none of these 5 rail-long races you should be having your mortgage on, should you?
No. But if they go a decent pace and he can get cover and sort of track the right horses, I do think he can go well. And he has won, to be fair to him, he has won 10 out of 80 races.
Yeah,
so
it's good. Yeah.
He's not got a bad little record. Anthony Britton, although he's not had a winner for, I think it's 100 days, they've pretty much been running quite well recently. A lot of them have been running at, say, like York, and they've run half decent races there. Obviously, it's so competitive to win.
Lots of seconds he's had, hasn't he? So they're not in bad form, that's for sure.
No, so although it looks as though they are, they're actually running quite well. And obviously, Mondamedge was second 11 days ago. Yeah. So I think he'll run all right.
Yeah. Okie dokie. There we go. Yeah, interests there for the 317. 347. Needless to say, at the races decided to tell me this page isn't working. I tell you, honestly, whatever's been going on with these guys recently has been absolutely ridiculous. But I've got the stuff written down here. But Asuka and Yorkshire were my two in the 347 there.
Yeah, you backed Asuka last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
You took the 1 to 50.
Yeah, I did. I took the 1 to 50. That was actually that's what my point was going to be before this ridiculous website has decided to crash itself. That's what my point was going to be on there. Actually, is it basically it basically went and won beat two horses 10 lengths, like you said, at 1 to 50. To be honest with you, you've got absolutely no idea what it's beaten there, and you also don't have a lot of idea what it beat at Wolverhampton either, because nothing's come out of there and done anything. I guess on your Newmarket run in 2024, you could say, "Oh, right, well the form's worked out okay," but you can't add that into the equation 700 days later, can you? So
no, not really.
3-1 favourite wouldn't be one I would be jumping in on, that's for sure. I thought Yorkshire ran a decent race last time out, course and distance winner as well. I think it was off 95 actually, and he's off 92. He went up a pound for his last run. This is all from memory because still at the races is playing silly buggers, but I mean, I could almost see you could potentially play him each way or something as a 7-1 shot against the Asuka as a 3-1 favourite. You're taking quite a big risk there, taking 3-1 about him. But I won't be playing in the race personally. But I don't know what you was thinking about this race.
Not a lot.
No.
No, I wasn't massively keen on it. No.
Okay, well, I've got nothing after that. So if you've got nothing either, I didn't have anything for Lingfield. So, yeah, that's it. Okie dokie. All right, that is the podcast for today. Be lucky, everybody.
Okay, so that just about wraps everything up for today. Thanks for listening to today's analysis. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our daily race previews. For our exclusive early analysis before the markets open, visit gallopinggurus.com and become a member today. We mostly rely on people's kindness to donate for our hard work, so if you feel like you got something out of our analysis or out of our content, please don't hesitate to go to the gallopinggurus.com website and hit that donate button. No matter how big or small, we appreciate your support. Be lucky, everyone. Enjoy the racing, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.